The Knowledge Chest. Come and learn together. Hi and welcome to another video on the Knowledge Chest, another NVDA video. And today we are going to speak about moving to the containing object. We did object review, we did the review cursor, and now we're gonna talk about moving to the containing object. So I'm gonna just open WordPad here.
Document, WordPad window.
And NVDA is where I can start typing. So I'm now going to press NVDA numpad 5, or for those of you who are using laptops like me, it will be NVDA Shift and O. NVDA then just reports that it is in the WordPad window. Let's just hear that.
Rich text window focused multi-line blank. Rich text window focused multi-line blank.
That's where we want to be. So I am now going to press NVDA numpad 4, and also I'm going to press NVDA numpad 6. Now with a laptop it will be NVDA shift left arrow and NVDA shift right arrow. Now what that is going to do, it is going to move back and forth between all the objects in the WordPad window, and then once I am at the beginning of all the objects, you'll hear that NVDA will say no previous, and at the end NVDA will say no next to indicate that there's no more objects. I'm going to start moving with the NVDA shift left arrow now.
321123. Unknown. Unknown. Status bar. Ribbon property page. No previous.
Okay, so let's go forward.
Status bar. Unknown. Unknown. 321. Rich text window multi-line blank. No next. 321. Rich text window multi.
Okay, so now I'm going to move to the status bar.
32. Unknown. Unknown. Status bar.
And I did that with NVDA shift and left arrow. I found the status bar object. So now I'm going to press NVDA numpad 2, or then with a laptop NVDA shift and down arrow to move to the first object inside the status bar. And what will NVDA report? It is supposed to report like a percentage or 100. It's a text label indicating the current zoom level. Okay, so I'm gonna do that now.
100.
And I'm gonna just move through all the objects again by NVDA shift left and right arrow.
No previous. Zoom slider 100. No next. 100.
And I'm gonna just use the NVDA shift and up arrow to get back
Status bar.
into my container or containing object there, which is the status bar. Okay, so now you have heard that it is possible to basically move to containing objects and move around, and I am going to basically now just move around until I get to the ribbon property page. That is the container of the ribbon. Okay, so I'm going to do that now with NVDA shift and left arrow.
Ribbon property page.
Okay, there I am. I am at the ribbon property page, and I'm going to use my NVDA shift down arrow just to move into the ribbon container. Then I'm going to use the next and the previous object keys to move through the objects in the ribbon. Okay, I'm going to do that now. Excuse me there.
Quick access toolbar, quick access.
Okay, let's move with shift and NVDA and left arrow.
No previous.
No object there.
Customize quick access. File tab drop down button grid sub menu alt. Ribbon tabs tab control ribbon tabs list. Minimize the ribbon alt Y. Help alt Y. Home property page alt H. No next.
I moved with NVDA shift and right arrow there, and I'll just go up, NVDA shift up arrow,
Ribbon property page.
to just basically move back into the container of the ribbon.
Cool screen video tools.
Now we're going to talk about moving back to the object with focus. So what that basically means is we are going to move the review cursor back to the position of the system focus. Now we can press NVDA and 7 to toggle that, so the review cursor doesn't have to follow the system focus. Usually it does, but it doesn't have to.
Focus moves navigator object off. Focus moves navigator object on.
Okay, so for me it's gonna just stay on there. I don't mind if my review cursor moves with the system focus, but you know, it's not necessary. It can move independently from the system focus. Right, so now I am in WordPad.
Cool screen document. Document.
And I'm just gonna move with the NVDA shift and up arrow into the containing object there.
Document. WordPad window.
I also opened Windows Explorer to my videos, to where all my videos are stored. So I'm going to move with NVDA shift and right arrow. I'm going to move my review cursor there.
Cool screen recorder studio. Profile. Videos window.
And you will hear that the review cursor moved completely out of WordPad. So now I'm going to press NVDA and backspace.
Move to focus. Rich text window multi-line blank.
There my review cursor moved back to the focus. I'm just gonna press NVDA shift and O so that you can hear that it is correct.
Rich text window focused multi-line blank.
Exactly. That is where I am supposed to be.
Cool screen recorder.
So now that we know that we can move to objects, we can move the review cursor back to the focus with NVDA numpad minus, or then NVDA and backspace. We can also activate objects with object navigation. So I'm just going to open WordPad here.
Document. WordPad. Document.
Good. WordPad is open and the focus is where it should be in the text window, ready to type. And I'm just going to type some text here.
T.
This is a test piece.
P. Space. T.
This is just to
2.
test
E. Test.
the
Space.
review cursor.
R. Cursor. Dot.
So there are some text that I have typed in the WordPad window. Now I'm going to press NVDA numpad 4 or the left arrow to move backwards through the objects, and I will keep on moving until NVDA announces the status bar.
3 2 status bar.
Okay, so now I'm going to press NVDA numpad 2 or NVDA shift down arrow with a laptop, and NVDA will announce a percentage value like 100% or something like that. Okay, and we all know that this is the text label indicating the current zoom level. Okay, so I'm going to do that right now.
100.
Okay, I used NVDA shift and down arrow for that, or NVDA numpad 2. Okay, so now I'm going to press NVDA numpad 6 or laptop keystroke, NVDA shift and right arrow to move to the plus button. Okay, I'm going to press NVDA numpad enter, or in my case, NVDA enter about 3 times. Then the zoom level will then increase with each press of the keystroke. Okay, this makes the document appear like larger on screen. I'm going to then explore the items again, and you'll then notice that the slider is now higher than 50%, and the number in the text label has also increased. So let's do that. Okay, let's do it. So firstly, I will do an NVDA shift and right arrow. I'm on the plus button. I'm going to do NVDA and enter here.
Press.
Okay, so let's explore the items again and hear what happens. NVDA shift and left arrow.
70. Zoom slider 69. 70.
You hear that the slider has basically then become larger, and also the number in the text box there. So I am not going to save the document so that WordPad will just go back to its defaults.
WordPad dial. Don't save it. Space. Obs 30.
And now, last but not least, we are going to talk about moving the system focus to the review cursor position. So first we discussed how to move the review cursor to the system focus position, and now we're going to discuss how to move the system focus to the review cursor position. Why would we want to do that? Because often you may get to a place with your review cursor and you would want to activate that object, but it will not work. If you move your system focus to that position, then the object that you move to may possibly be manipulated with the arrow keys or the enter key or something like that. And sometimes when we move our review cursor around in various programs, apps, and things like that, then it's easy to get to lose track. So it is good to know how to move the review cursor back to the system focus, and also then how to move the system focus to the position of the review cursor. Okay, so I am just going to open WordPad, and then let's do that here.
Document. WordPad.
Good. Now I'm just going to press NVDA Shift and up arrow. I'm using a laptop, or then NVDA numpad 8 for you folks not using a laptop, using a desktop, or having the luxury also of having a numpad. So let's just get to the containing object in WordPad.
Document. WordPad window.
Good. If I do a NVDA Shift and right arrow,
Cool screen videos window.
then I am at the videos window of my Windows Explorer where I want to be. I'm going to try and just basically activate that and see what happens.
No action. No action.
Okay, no action. I can't activate that. So now I'm going to do an NVDA and Shift and backspace. Okay, so the NVDA and Shift and backspace will then move the system focus to the position of the review cursor. Okay, so if you have a desktop, then you can use NVDA Shift and numpad minus. Okay, so now I'm going to do that and hear what happens.
Videos. Items view list.
There goes. I moved my system focus to the position of my review cursor. I'll do a NVDA Shift and O so that you can hear that it is correct.
Desktop ENI focused 6 of 10.
That is one of my file names in my videos folder. So I am really inside that folder. Okay, so that is how you will then move your system focus to the position of the review cursor.
Document. Tools.
As you can see, folks, the review cursor is really very handy to know and to understand, and to know how to move objects with with object navigation, to move to different objects, and how to basically route, if I can call it that way, because if you are a JAWS user, then it will basically be as routing your JAWS to PC and PC to JAWS. So with NVDA, it's just basically then the same, but it's just called something else. Okay, so now we know how to take our system focus and put it in the place of the review cursor, and also the other way around. Right, so that's all for today. I hope that you have enjoyed this lesson with the knowledge chest. Speak again. The knowledge chest. Come and learn together.